Hey everybody, Travis Robbins from Robbins Rehab here to give you some quick tips on how to have a successful summer. James is already in position, which is great, super prepared. So, number one, foot and ankle exercise you can do for beach season. So you might be thinking, why am I doing foot and ankle exercises for beach season? It's because we see a ton of our patients that will go away on vacation, go to the beach, and they'll come back with some kind of foot and ankle problem. So, let's go over what happens to your foot when it hits the sand. So James, stand on our blue foam here. So if you have like a pillow or something at home that's dynamic, so a surface that moves, then what we have here is blue foam. If you've been to our offices before, you've probably spent some time on the blue foam, especially if they have an injury from here down. So it's a surface that moves when you stand on it, very similar to the sand. So when you step on sand, that surface moves, and it requires more activation of the intrinsic muscles on the bottom of your foot in order to maintain the stability of your foot. And people that wear, especially if you have really supportive footwear, and you have supportive footwear with an orthotic in that, what happens is that shoe and that orthotic does a lot of work that your muscles in your feet are supposed to do. So what you're doing is you're going from an environment where the shoe and the orthotic is doing a lot of work that the muscles in the foot are supposed to do, and then you take that away and then you get onto a dynamic surface, and now your foot's like, holy crap, you've been doing all this work for me for a very long time, and now I have to do all this work. And sometimes you have negative reactions to that. So the most common things we see is plantar fasciitis, so heel pain. If you've ever had heel pain, especially when you get out of bed, first couple of steps out of bed in the morning, then that's plantar fasciitis. Posterior tib tendonitis, so it's a really important tendon on the inside of your foot that holds up your arch. And if you're using an orthotic or a motion control shoe, then it does a lot of that work for that tendon. Or tarsal tunnel syndrome, which is kind of like carpal tunnel. So James, you ever have carpal tunnel?
I had both.
Yeah, he's had both. Lots of tunnel problems with James, I guess. So if you ever had carpal tunnel or heard of someone, I'm sure you have, like typically people that do a lot of desk work, they'll have numbness tingling into their hand or pain, and that's caused from compression of the nerve in the carpal tunnel. Similar issue, tarsal tunnel in the foot, is you get an inflammatory response that puts pressure on the nerves, and sometimes that can cause pain, numbness tingling, burning down into the foot. So you've had that.
Yes.
Okay. So, who's this for? This is for anybody that's going to the beach this year. I'm going to show you the number one exercise that you can do in order to make sure that you don't have these problems when you come back from your vacation. Because no one wants to have to come in for physical therapy after vacation. It's like, it's crap, right? Right. So, all right, so stand on the towel, left foot back, right foot forward. So, all James is going to do is he's going to spread out his toes as far as he can go once he gets his towel situated.
That's right.
Spreads out his toes as far as he can go. And then he's try to grab the towel and pick it up. Now you don't have to pick this up for this exercise to be effective, but what happens is when you try to grab that towel, the muscles on the bottom of the feet activate, and then the posterior tib kicks on, and there's more space in between the inside of your foot or your arch and the floor. So what happens is your arch rises, and the posterior tib activates, yeah, right in there, just like James is showing you. Posterior tib activates, small changes on the bottom of the feet activate, and I want you to hold that for 10 seconds. All right, so you're gonna hold for 10 seconds, relax, and we're gonna do that 10 times in 3 different positions. So James, show us the other position. So that's one position. Now right foot back, left foot forward. Same thing, gonna grab the towel, 10 seconds, 10 times. And James is doing a really good job of keeping his feet right straight ahead. People that have collapsed arches or that need arch support will typically kind of turn their toes out. And people that lack dorsiflexion, so the ability to bring your toes up to your nose, they're going to turn their toes out too. So you want those things to be right straight ahead, and you want them to be about shoulder width apart. So you don't want them like right close together. You don't want them too far out like that. Kind of your normal walking width. Okay? And then, same thing, you're going to put your feet together, James. All right, and then same thing, spread toes out, squeeze, hold your arches up, hold for 10 seconds, relax, and we'll do that one 10 times. So we do this in 3 different positions because those are the three positions that you have to transition through when you're walking, right? So if I talking about my right foot, I take a step with my right foot. So this was James's first position, right foot forward. And then as I transition through, now my left foot and right foot are at the same level. And then I've got to transition forward and swing through part of the phase. So I want that arch to activate in all 3 of those. So that's why we do it in 3 different positions. So not the most exciting exercise going, but if you want to try to decrease your chance of having these problems when you go to the beach this summer, then this is a great exercise to do. And you can do it anywhere, right? You can do it when you're washing dishes, waiting in line at the bank. Is anybody waiting in line at the bank anymore? I've never waited in line.
In my car.
In his car. You can do it in his car. I wouldn't do it while driving. That seems kind of dangerous. But if you're in your car and it's not moving, then this is definitely an exercise that you can do for that. So, if you guys have any questions about this, post below. I'm going to post a link for our foot and ankle course that we have online. So there's even more information in there. If you're really looking to get a jump on preventing these kind of injuries for the summer, then I would just take that course. And if you have any questions about that, post it below. Or if you're getting this in email, then just hit reply to this email. If you're interested in being on our email list and getting lots of great information, then just post below here, and then we'll private message you and you can get our email list too. All right. So have a great. What's it? Tuesday? It is Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Have a great Tuesday, and I'll talk to you guys soon.